In this video I'm going to make some experiment with epoxy. This is my second time using epoxy, so I'm total amateur. I'm going to cut just a small piece of wood, and I made a terrible picture with my computer, and I'm going to carve this. Don't mind about this picture, that's terrible, I know. I'm going to carve this to this piece of wood, and this lot I'm going to fill with epoxy. This one, it's not going to be a piece of art. Most likely it's going to be a piece of art, but this is all about experiment, and that I know in the future better how to use epoxy and how it will react. Maybe I can even use this thing for something like cutting cheese or serving something. Okay, what I have here? I have here a piece of Douglas fir. I think that's how it's called. But unfortunately, that's not very straight piece of wood, so I have to make it more straight. Because I don't have any thickness planer or something like that, I have to use my good old router sled. It's still quite bad, so I just have to make it more straight. My router sled, it's not perfect, not even close. I always have these kind of waves, maybe because of the bit, this router bit, because it's not the right kind of router bit for this job. This is not a big problem. I can sand this very quickly with 80 paper, 40 paper. The main thing is that it will make it straight, and that works pretty good with this one. CNC machine did pretty good job. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. I think I can start to pour this epoxy here. Might be that I will make these eyes with the red epoxy. Okay, now it's finally time to play with this epoxy. I don't know how much I need. These eyes I will try to do with red one. Other ones I will do with actually purple. And I'm using this epoxy what I used also with my last and actually first epoxy project. This is my second one. This ratio is 100 to 60, and I have to measure it by weight. It's not a question that how much. Actually, I don't even have much left. $30 grams of hardener. So 30 grams of this, 60 grams, 100 to 60. So 30 to 50. Now I've been mixing this for about 5 minutes. Maybe I should try to put some color here. Actually, it doesn't have to. Oh yeah, I think this will be enough. Actually, it is pretty good. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's good enough. Not so easy with this either. this it will work quite well. I can see that the smaller amount there's more bubbles. There's much more bubbles than this bigger amount. That helped a lot. Just few drops. I think that's enough. I think I can use this knife because I really don't need much. It's like 3 drops. My hand is shaking. 1, 2, 3. Oh, oh no! It will spread a little bit, but it doesn't matter that much. It looks pretty good so far. Next I will let it dry at least overnight and maybe even 24 hours. So it's been out drying about 24 hours. It feels pretty hard. Okay, it's kind of working. It takes a long time. Okay, that works pretty good if I'm using this as an angle, and of course it's much harder, and that works pretty good. This must be the ugliest thing that I've ever done in my life. I made this when I was about 15, and that looks like a flower compared to this one. And actually it still works. There is a clock mechanism made in Germany. I just don't like this. My first mistake was that I bought the cheapest wood that I could find in our local shop. The good thing is that this epoxy experiment, it worked. In my next projects I know how to do this. One thing is that if I want to have some kind of 3D effect here, I will carve this slot a little bit more deeper. This one was about 4 millimeters. You can see kind of this 3D effect, but if this slot would be a little bit deeper, this effect would be maybe even better. I also don't like so much this purple color. Yeah, next time I will try something else. I can maybe still use this as a serving tray or cheese cutting board. I don't care if there's coming scratches. This just doesn't look so nice. But thank you guys for watching this video, and I promise I will do better next time. That doesn't need much actually.